Alright, what's going on, everyone? I'm back. Now that I've had the game since Saturday, I didn't want to make any videos, and so I felt like I really had a feel of what was going on, and I really could digest everything that's going on in the game. So far, this is the closest thing to football as far as the feel of the game and the way you have to play the game. In my opinion, this is ahead of 2K5 in that aspect of the game. So, and the reason, as if you don't know, which I'm sure 90% of my subscribers know, even though I don't have many, but 2K5 is considered the greatest game. I've considered it the greatest game for a long time. And this finally is there, and it's a totally different monster, and I think it's better in a lot of aspects, but at the same time, 2K5 is a little bit, certain things in 2K5 which I haven't really nailed down yet are a little better. But I really like the camera angle. I just did a run, so I'm just going to do a replay so I can talk and not zone out as I'm playing. The running, as everyone knows now, if you've played Backbreaker, is so realistic. The line play, I mean, the guards and the tackles, they move like real guards and tackles. They're not doing they're not sliding around. They're not just in purgatory mode. They're legitimately blocking and making an effort to blow holes in the line. Sometimes you just get completely stuffed, and sometimes you can get it like this. I mean, the juking is really solid. I'd like to see a little more diversity in Backbreaker 2 for the juking, but it's so good. I mean, there's downfield blocking, brand new. I mean, you're not going through players, you're not walking through players on the ground. I mean, you can see he legitimately steps over, his leg goes over the guy, and he ends up getting him, finally, at the end. But, I mean, just looking at everything that is in this game, I've said it 1,000 times, everyone who's made a video said it, this is the future, finally. This is the first year I'm going to not buy Madden for probably, I mean, I just since I was a little kid playing Super Nintendo with Madden, probably 93, I guess, 94. And, so, I mean, this is 17, or, 16 years, 17 years of playing Madden. And this is going to be the first year I don't buy it. There's a lot of critics out there, and there's a lot of people, NYEPH1 just addressed it in a video I just watched, and everyone's been addressing it. People are always commenting on the camera angle, and I'm not going to repeat everything NYEPH1 said. If you want to go check out his channel, NYEPH1, he explained it real good. But all these Madden people, they never played football. They don't understand that you don't have a God mode when you're playing. The simulation people we don't want to see the game from a God view. We want to see the game from more of a player's camera angle, and this is pretty close. You have to actually see what's going on. You have to look at the line and realize you have to kind of think ahead like you would if you were an actual running back. I mean, you got to see where everyone's moving. I mean, personally, I'm more of a baseball player. But I only played football a few years. I played the line, and I played offensive, defensive line, and I played tight end a few plays every couple games. But I mean, that's why I always make such a notion to point out things that the line is doing. All the downfield blocking, I made the video about it a few days ago. It's here. It's finally there. I mean, he's not look, in Madden, this guy would suck onto me, and that'd be it. Right here, my momentum would stop. I mean, even little things. You can see the shock going through his jersey. When he hits him, you can see, I mean, the way the bodies move, the physics of this game are just totally unbelievable. It makes me happy every time I see this. But yeah, back to the Madden fanboys that are hating on the camera angle. Just learn about football. All these guys are the guys that don't have an athletic bone in their body, and they just want to pick up the sticks and be, #1 cheeser online. I mean, that's honestly what it is. The passing, I'm not gonna lie, I suck at passing. At least online I suck at passing, because online naturally you're going to have a little delay. But You know, there's so many times where if you don't look where the safety's at, odds are you're going to not complete the pass if you throw it his way. I mean, there's so many times I'll run just a post, and I don't see the safety creeping back, and then bam, I mean, I get it intercepted. Or you run a little slant route, and you don't see the little middle linebacker on like a QB spy and just sitting in the zone, and then, you know, I wait till my running back finishes his, like a little running back slam up the middle, and there's so many times I don't see the linebacker there, and I'll just throw a pick. You know, you have to actually know the game of football in order to be good at this game. Like, anyway, PH1, I keep repeating it. He said it perfect. This game's not for everyone. Apex has been saying it. Everyone's been saying it. You know, there's a lot of interceptions that go on, but if you know what you're doing, you're not going to throw a lot of picks. I mean, I throw a lot of picks. The focus button's key to everything in this game, whether it's running, whether it's you know, covering on defense, whether it's passing. You gotta not hold the focus button the whole time and figure out what's going on. Right there, I just threw it. That was just a bad pass. I didn't hold the focus button, I don't think. But you know, sometimes little things happen, and the AI has some problems. But it's the first game, and these people are commenting and hating so much. I mean, Redemption's making videos where he called GameStop, and even GameStop's hating on it. What is that crap? And my biggest flaw with this game right now is the throwing motion of the quarterback. It is so slow. It's almost painful. I mean, I know a lot about the actual quarterback position. I know a lot about mechanics of how a quarterback should be and what not to do, what to do. But the throwing motion is so slow. That's the one thing I really would like to see them improve. Another thing I'd really like to see a patch come out is sometimes when you're running, if you run into your own lineman, which, I mean, it's going to happen. You're going to run into your guys. But it's almost like the linemen are made of high voltage sometimes. You run into them and you fall down. And it's like, you know, that might happen every now and then. But it's not going to happen all the time. Obviously, like, plays like that, the defense just sniffs it out and they know what's happening and they stuff you. But I can't wait to see what the first patch is going to do. You know, there's some things that they have to improve. It'd be cool if they can speed up throwing motion, but I don't know how that works. You know, I'm not a game designer. But this game, I mean, if you give it a shot and you take the time to actually get good at it and realize what's going on, I didn't cut back right there. Boom, done. If you give it a shot and you really recognize, if you read the field and see what's happening, you're not going to be as lost as you are when you first start playing the game. You definitely have to pay attention to what everyone's doing. I mean, I could talk about, I could ramble on for hours about this game and really get into what's going on. I mean, pursuit angles are great. The tackling is phenomenal. It looks great. In this game, you don't have, 10 seconds to sit in the pocket and throw. You have, 3 seconds on a good play to figure out where you're going to go, and that's very realistic. You don't have 10 seconds to sit in the pocket, unless you don't have it. I don't care how bad your team is. I don't care if you're the worst defensive line in the league. Someone's gonna get to the quarterback within more than 3 seconds eventually, and this game isn't for the weak. It's not for the Madden sissies. It's not for the people who have no idea what they're doing. You have to pay attention to what's going on, and I just really hope that people can give this game a chance, because if you do it, you won't be disappointed. And who knows what they're going to do with the patches. I mean, they could keep improving stuff. There's little things in this game that can be improved greatly and really make a even bigger difference than anything in this game is making. The engine is so good, and it's so close to perfect. But there definitely are flaws, so I don't want people to be like, oh, you're just a Backbreaker natural motion fanboy. I'm not. There's times I get really aggravated with the passing, but, with the throwing motion at least, because you can't get really quick late passes off. But the game it's great. Give it a shot. I'll be back later making more videos, but I'm at my limit.